Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, race fans. We have waited 2 weeks now for this, since we have finally have it under our eyes tonight. Welcome here to South Bostonr Speedway. My name is Sean Stam. Welcoming everybody into Stam Studio Network, where we have the SART LMSC. We're going to bring you coverage live here from SSN, and this is going to be quite a show here tonight as we take a look at our well, I thought it was going to be starting grid just a few more minutes time before that. Take a look at our track conditions here tonight. 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Couldn't be a much better night for racing. 72% humidity. Golly. It's, well, I guess in South Boston for a reason. Got the name South. Representative of that humidity here tonight. Track temp 95 degrees Fahrenheit. We're sitting at an altitude of 415 feet. I think this is going to be a great night for racing. Right now, only 5 drivers registered in the session. Hopefully that increases here just a little bit before the session kicks off here. I was taking a look at some practice times as well as qualifying here. I was also joined the drivers Discord, and I was hearing some friendly competitions between some drivers. Well, this track here is definitely tighter than a drum and bumpier than your uncle's pickup. Got South Boston here tonight. These late model stock cars gonna have tempers flaring. We got 75 laps to go. See who survives this bull ring here tonight. If you brought the manners, well, you're going to have to leave them at home, because this is short track racing up here at South Bostonr Speedway. If you're just now joining in, welcome into Stam Studio Network. My name is, of course, Sean Stam. Got to shout out the sponsors here tonight, as we wouldn't be doing this without these guys. It's, well, hop on board. We got quite a few of them. Nelson Designs, Nelson Roofing, well, any paint scheme that you need made, as well as any roof repair that you need done there. I don't know where Nelson is out of. It's got to be within the southern regions of the USA. KC Athletics also got KC Designed, another paint scheme. iRacing Painter there. LM Racing, Whiplash Shim Cams, DCT Towing and Recovery. Of course, the one, the only Rimbles Graphics. Got SimRoutMarkets.com on our sponsor sheet as well. Welcoming everybody here, as we just have 1 more minute to go before qualifying finishes up. And speaking of the what was that, sim cams, we do finally have a sim cam driver with us here tonight. This is none other than Cameron Carden, starting P2 looks like on our field here tonight. We will get the okay, we got you listening in here live, Cameron. Best of luck to you here tonight from Sobo. I was watching the practice times and even your qualifying, man, just 0.02 of a second off. It's going to be close here tonight from South Bostonr Speedway. Just a few moments time before we're finally able to get things kicked off and green flag running. Got to also have another broadcast here tonight. It's going to be GT4s versus GT3s out at Watkins Glen, so be sure you show up for that. That's 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Definitely have enough time to get over there after the race here from South Boston. Hop on the plane, get over there to Watkins Glen out there in New York, running the boot layout here tonight. Alrighty, if you're just now joining in, I'll give you one more look at the race info here tonight. Well, it looks easy on that track map, but believe me, it is everything but that here at this 0.4 mile speedway here out of South Boston. Track temp 95 degree Fahrenheit. That could possibly be throwing our drivers for a loop, as I believe only one tire set available here tonight. As we finally have our starting grid available, let's take a look at it now. None other than Carson Klingelhofer will slap it on the pole. Got Cameron right there, P2, Patrick McPeak, P3, Ethan Storms, Dustin Hardy, ratting out P5 after a little bit of smack talk was given there in the pre-race Discord. Oh, this is going to be a blast. Hopefully you got your snacks and drinks of choice here before this race kicks off. You're definitely going to want them, as you're not going to want to leave your seat at all. Let's take a look at our paint schemes here tonight, brought to you by racetostopsuicide.com. Carson Klingelhofer putting it on the pole there, that driver, the 21, the 25, Cameron Carden, the Halloween colored paint scheme 25, Patrick McPeak, the driver, the 69. We have seen the Grizzly Mustang show his pace week in, week out at this SART LMSC series. Ethan Storms, Dustin, buddy, where did you go, man? I was putting a little bit of money on you there under the table. Dustin, we're still waiting for him to make his way to the starting grid, possibly in the porta potty there. Right now, we are just 2 by 2, giving us 4 drivers here tonight as we still continue to wait on Mr. Hardy. And I wanted to wait for the series to actually kick off here tonight, but we already got to take a look at it. Take a look at these real life paint schemes. That's Carson's at the bottom left, that number 21, blue and black, very vibrant scheme. That number 13, as well as the number 98 in that bottom right. Appreciate you drivers letting me kind of bring you to the YouTube crowd here. What you drive in real life is now we're going to get behind the sim, and hopefully you can show us all how it's done here on Stam Studio Network. Dustin, dude, I was hyping you up, man. Where are you at? Dustin misses the start here from SOBO. Oh boy. Hopefully Dustin not dealing with the BO down there behind the scenes. Cameron Carden going to start right on the outside line. Patrick McPeak, Ethan Storms, P3 and P4. Shorter field here tonight, but it's just going to continue to present some racing action here tonight. I think we're going to get to the nitty-gritty. I believe only one tire set available, 75 laps of racing from a very bottom-dominant short track here tonight. Let me know who your race pick is to win down there in YouTube chat below. I definitely have my race pick to win, but hey, why not? I'm going to wait for you guys to make yours. There's that grizzly Ford Mustang, number 69, Patrick McPeak, starting P3, 29, Ethan Storms, P4. Here we go as we continue. Well, now the safety truck lights are out. We're just a few moments away from getting this race started here from South Bostonr Speedway on, once again, Stam Studio Network. No Justin Yaw here tonight, just me, Sean Stam, producing, commentating, giving you the camera cuts here behind the scenes. Here we go. Green flag is out. Carson Klingelhofer will lead us into turn 1. Here we go, side by side for P2. That's the number 69, Patrick McPeak, making the pass early there from Ethan Storms. Ethan drops to P3, and that driver of the number 29, Justin Hardy, still not out on track. And that number 8, Cameron Carden, drops to P4 on this race restart. Carson wrapping the lower apron as he gets, he opens up his corner entry, able to cut that apex off on quarter exit. He's able to get now 0.2 of a second gap over Patrick McPeak. Here comes Ethan Storms, however, for P3. There's now 0.3 of a second gap between these two drivers. How about Ethan Storms? There were some shots given to this driver in the pre-race Discord chat. No harm, no foul on the, that's on the quarter panel there. Hang on, we're gonna get a little zoom in here. Oh, none other than Nelson Roofing plastered across the front hood there for Ethan as he continues to work his way up, as he also has a great run in the points. After things settle down here, we'll take a look at those points, but they're also scrolling on that bottom scroll bar at the bottom of your screen. Here we go. I mean, throw a blanket over this top 4 battle. Dustin still not out on the track. Here we go. Carson, Patrick, Ethan, Cameron, our front runners here at the moment. Team 9 Racing, welcome to you guys there in YouTube land. Team 9 saying, I think they all have an even chance. And matter of fact, I was right there with you until I saw Patrick. He made his way into the session very late. Within, I think, just a couple minutes to go in the practice and qualifying sessions. Now, Patrick looks down the inside line, tries to make the bottom of the hill work as he forces Carson now to climb the top of the hill, coming out of turn 4 this time by Patrick. A little bit of muscle action. He doesn't even need to make contact, though, going to take the lead right now in that 69 Ford Mustang. I'm definitely right there with you, though, Team 9. I wouldn't count out either top 3 of these drivers out. It's now, unfortunately, Ethan Storms is now 3.8 seconds off the pace. Trying to see what's happened here with Ethan, and it could have been an incident with Cameron. We'll take a quick look at a replay here. This is when Cameron lost all those valuable positions there on the race start. And no, that 29 gets right by the number 25. No contact with Cameron here. And speaking of Cameron, I think right now would be a great time for it. Let's cut to those live driver cams. Cameron, if you got the copy, man, give us a little wave here. Got KC Athletics on the old hat. Liking what I'm seeing out of Cameron here, driver of the 25 tonight. I'm seeing the low steering ratio start to come into factor here. Cameron not really sawing on that wheel of his late model stock car. He's going to continue to preserve those right front and those right rear tires on his number 25 with how would you say, not sawing on the wheel. There you go. As, man, Klingelhofer in the meat of the sandwich right here between 2 late model stock cars. This is a Mustang leading us. Got Carson, with a big slide in his Chevy Camaro is now got Cameron King 0.2 of a second right on the back bumper of Carson as Ethan continues to lose out on time. Ethan now 4.4 seconds back on this lead pack. Here comes Carson now diving to the inside, looking for this race lead once again. Door quarter clear for Patrick as he's going to retain the lead. Looking out our back bumper of Patrick McPeak right now. We got Carson right up in the back bumper of, excuse me, that's Carson. Yeah, Carson right up in the back bumper of Patrick. Still have Cameron Hardin, who has not raced with us really too much this season. He continues to sit P3, runs right with our front running group of cars here from Sobo. Appreciate everybody making their way here in to YouTube land, as we could not be doing this without you. Man, Carson gets, I don't think I've even seen that line tried to work or tried to come into life here at South Boston. Matter of fact, Carson got below the apron trying to make the bottom of the track work as he gets those left sides below the paint. I think he's just searching for grip right now. Got Patrick right now in front of him, trying to get a little cleaner air on the front of that nose as continues to dive a little bit lower now to turn 3 and 4, wrapping the apron line. There is a little bit of paint within that line. Don't get me wrong. iRacing simulating. You got laser scan tracks. You got laser scanned track surfaces as well as that paint. I think it takes to the rubber here just a little bit well. And right now you can see the rear end of Carson slip out. And speaking of slip, Cameron Carden with a massive save out of turn 4 here. We are already 22 laps in out of a 75-lap race. I think it's time I treat you guys to a crank it up. Enjoy these sights and sounds of these late model stock cars here from STAM Studio Network. Alrighty, go ahead, crank it back down. Got Sean Stam back up here in the booth, and man, what a few, there was 2 or 3 saves we saw out of the 21 machine there, let alone during crank it up. I think Carson's starting to struggle for grip in his number 21 Chevy Camaro right now. I say struggling for grip, but right now I also think he's trying to put it to our leader of Patrick McPeak as he continues to lead in this 69. That's Cameron Carden also right with these front 3 drivers at the moment. It's a game of how well you are able to conserve your tires, and right now caution is out on the speedway. I don't see an incident for it. Ethan Storms is still rolling. Dustin Hardy still in the garage as he's trying to get his car just even fired up here for us tonight. I believe this, you could call it a competition caution here from South Boston. I think, what's going on? Oh, here. Okay, Patrick McPeak and Carson Kligelhofer slowing and woeing their cars down. Here comes Ethan Storms as well. Okay, first caution here tonight, and I really don't hate it, as this will definitely allow our drivers to come get some new... What tires are on these? Are they General tires? Hoosiers. Come on now, I knew that. Hoosiers on these late model stock cars. It's going to be kind of interesting on how well you are able to get on and off pit road compared to your counterparts. I saw Patrick McPeak there stop a little early. He could possibly lose... I think that he came in within the race lead, could possibly lose that spot depending on how fast his counterparts get on and off pit road. We're going to have to watch the battle here for it. It's going to be close. Here comes Carson Kligelhofer. Ooh, he's going to retain or get the spot right back around Patrick. So is Cameron Carden. Patrick, a little slow out of the pits, as that could have been that slower entry I was talking about. That's 69, drops here to P3. Ethan Storms still in the pits as he entered just a little bit later. Ooh, Ethan now going down a lap as we see the field now making it their way by. Hopefully Ethan is able to get his lap back, but it's all dependent on how this league is run here tonight. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you joining in here on STAM Studio Network. Also, I mean, the sponsors is what makes this possible, right? Nelson Designs, Nelson Roofing, KC Athletics, as well as KC Designs, LM Racing, Whiplash Shimcams, DCT Towing and Recovery, Rimbles Graphics, SimWrapMarket.com, as lights are out on that official Pace truck. We should be getting some 2x2 once again this time by. Here we go. Green flag is out from South Boston. We got a fan of that Grizzly machine there. Terry, we see you in YouTube chat. We're going to get things moving and grooving. Carson getting the race lead as what I thought went down a lap, just ends up retaining the race lead right now. The 21, that Nelson Roofing Chevy Camaro, able to retain the lead after those yellow flag pit stops. As we hop on board with him now we're going to hop on board with Patrick McPeak as he's sitting P3, has a front bumper of Cameron Carden and a rear bumper full of Ethan Storms. Just 40 laps to go here from the 0.4 mile speedway. This is Carson continuing to lead us. Cameron Carden, he now is drifting up the track with Patrick looking down the inside. We're going to look 2 by 2 down the back straightaway heading into turns 3 and 4. Patrick still on that bottom line, shoves Cameron Carden up the track with no contact, just saying, hey, I'm here, buddy. Door quarter runs about even right now between the 69 and the 25. Patrick McPeak looking down the bottom on this inside line dominant track here at South Bostonr Speedway. That 69, the 25 are still even. Call it Patrick McPeak P2 that lap, but not for long. Here comes that driver, 69. Cameron Carden actually led last. It got P2 last lap, but don't count out Patrick McPeak here as he slides ever so slightly up the 25. Contact between the two drivers. Caution should be waving out here on the speedway. Cameron Carden able to get the least out of that damage, and there it is. Caution flag is out, our second. And that was a drift up the track gone bad there for Patrick McPeak as he gets his Grizzly Mustang moving and grooving once again. We'll take a look at our race replay brought to you by Stan Studio Network. Here we're going to go side by side heading out of turn 4. This is going to be a little slip up out of the 69, out of the exit, and possibly an overreaction or just contact. Looks like there is definitely contact between those two drivers. Two late model stock cars going for the same bit of asphalt there on the track, and Cameron even checking up saying, dude, what the hell's going on there? Cameron is going to, as we cut back to live coverage right now, Cameron, where do you go? Okay, Cameron's still P2. I thought I was, something kind of freaked me out there in the live timing and scoring. Oh, let's take one more look at it and possibly a ride on board with our driver, 69, Patrick McPeak, and we'll take a look and see what he saw. This is our cockpit cam basically driver eye right here. It's so tight. Just two cars going for the same bit of real estate. Hopefully not too much damage for Patrick McPeak's Grizzly Ford Mustang. I call that one the Alteri Tater curse because finally, for once, it wasn't the Sean and Tater curse right as I said it. Got a fan of that Grizzly Ford Mustang. Well, unfortunate that a little hard contact with the outside barrier right in front of our cardboard cutout fans, but I think that's what they're liking to see here tonight. We're going to get 2 by 2 once again here from South Bostonr Speedway. None other Carson Kligelhofer, Cameron Carden, Ethan Storms, Patrick McPeak, our 2 by 2 field here tonight. All right, let's hear it once again here in YouTube chat. Get up, stand up for your life. Pace car will be heading in this time by. We're going to start this out once again. Oh man, a huge slip out of Carson. Cameron Carden going to take the lead for just a little bit, but here comes Cameron right back down the inside. We're going to go 2 by 2 down our backstretch, headed into turns 3 and 4. Still pacing it upwards of 121 up to 130 miles an hour. Here we go. Carson taking the lead from that number 25. Don't count him out just yet. Door quarter clear, though. Contact with that outside wall. Here comes 2 by 2 for P number 2. That driver, the 29, Ethan Storms, now works their way into P2. Contact with the 25, subs him up the track. And it's there out of turn 4. That's some pretty heavy contact with the outside wall. Here comes Ethan Storms now looking down the outside of Patrick McPeak. I don't know how he's going to make the outside line work once again, but able to retain the speed momentum. Here comes, we're going to lean on each other out of turn 4 again. coming to complete lap 42, almost halfway here tonight. Still quarter, not quite clear for that driver, the 69, still working down the hill. P2 right now for Patrick McPeak. Ethan Storms working P3. We'll hop on board with Ethan now as he tries a dive bomb into turns 3. Hopping on board, and we'll go driver ICAM once again. This is a driver I'm liking what I'm seeing here. The higher steering ratio. You saw on that wheel just a little bit more. Sure, you might burn off a little bit more right front, but I think you have just a little bit more control in your racing car. We'll hop on board with our leader Carson now, as I believe he's running just a little bit lower steering ratio. You can see just how less sawing on the wheel you have to do into corner entry on a driver running, once again, a little bit lower steering ratio here at South Boston. Can't talk enough about Carson here tonight, and I asked these guys last second, bring them to me. Let me see the real-life racing cars, and here we go. Look at Carson's bottom left. I forget who's in the middle and the bottom right. It's I have a 25% chance here tonight, so it's either McPeak, Storms, or Cardin in the bottom right or bottom middle there. Real life racing cars. Once again, I appreciate you guys kind of showing me what you have out there in the real life racing world. We're only behind iRacing here tonight, but with these laser scan tracks, laser scan circuits, so much is put into the simulator, and well, there's a reason it is called simulator here as well. Here comes Cameron Cardin. He is dropped to P4, our last running spot here on the track tonight, but he is right on the back bumper of Ethan Storms, and right now we're going to hop on board with Cameron Cardin as well as see that real-life driver game. You can see his wheel, the very bottom left there of the driver eye cam, or excuse me, the real-life camera. That's once again that lower steering ratio, not really too much sawing on the wheel going on for Mr. Cardin here tonight. I believe this is our first race with us here, race 5 out of number 9 this season. Cameron, he's showing us that he has the pace. He's able to stay right up with this front pack here. This driver number 25 is unfortunately minus 2 spots right now on where he started the race. Barry Tater, oh yeah, there you go. That'll definitely put that one on a t-shirt. There he's saying liking it, the driver ICAM. I am too. It definitely it adds a whole nother perspective here within our. It's a short track race, only 0.4 mile circuits here. You got a little. I think that's. I'm not even going to say the wrong number. You got a little bit of banking working with you here in the corners. It's not much though to get this car turned and able to try and make a move here as Cameron continues to look down the inside. And man, once again, let's hop on board here and kind of see what Cameron sees out of his front bumper as well as what we see out of Cameron, our driver here. He's looking down the inside, gets those left tires below that paint on the perfect where there's zero banking on the track. That's yellow paint. He's got just a little bit of grip though for our what is that again? Hoosier Racing tires here tonight. Cameron not able to make a move here for the final driver interview spot. Carson at Kligelhofer continuing to show us all how it's done. 18 just coming to 17 laps to go, and right when I mentioned that he couldn't make it happen, well, Cameron, he did. We're going to take a look at the quick replay and see how he made it happen here. Man, oh man, this was out of turn 2. I think he just showed the sharp nose of the Chevy Camaro in there. A little bit of a slide job up off turn 2, and man, call that's Cameron right now back to P3, our final driver interview spots, as he's continuing to play some defense on Mr. Storms. Here we go, 16 coming to 15 laps to go. Here's Ethan once again down the inside for P number 3. Not even contact, so much racecraft. Although I say that right now, check in here at just 10 laps from now. Here we go, 29, once again working the bottom of the hill, continuing to leave so much room between these two late model stock cars. That's Cameron continuing to sacrifice a little corner entry to try and make the momentum work down on corner exit. Door, quarter, still quarter, about to clear right now for Ethan Storms. Works his way back up to P3. Final driver interview spot is now. We have Carson now Patrick McPeak now going to look down the inside of Carson. Where did his lead go? It vanished within just a few tenths of a second here. Patrick McPeak now looking down the bottom of the hill. This is the 69, my original race pick, as well as I think Terry had him too. Patrick still looking down the inside. Door, quarter, not quite clear. Here's Carson able to hold him off here of turn 4. Coming to 11 laps to go here from South Bostonr Speedway. Who has what it takes out of both of these drivers? Who has saved just a little bit of right side Hoosier Racing tires here? Still looking side by side as they head across our racing stripe here. 11 coming to 10 laps to go here. Only 0.4 miles each lap. Who has what it takes? 69 still looking down the bottom of the track. Carson continuing to burn even more rubber off of his tires. 10 laps. Let me know who you have here in YouTube chat. 21 versus number 69. 21 contact with the 69. We're keeping things rolling straight. Somehow, some way, runs are still even now. Door, quarter, clear for Patrick. He makes his way back up to the race lead. Oh my goodness. Patrick, you better run, boy. You better hide, because Carson not going to be happy in the seat of that number 21. 9 coming to 8 laps to go here from South Bostonr Speedway. Once again, just 0.4 miles goes by each lap. The runs are continuing to get down to their last few chances here for these drivers. Patrick, our leader. Carson Klingelhofer, Ethan Storms, Cameron Carden, Dustin Hardy, our top 5 here tonight. We are getting into the chip here with just 7 laps to go. I think Carson's saying, I don't even care what the transmission thinks at this point. I'm trying to give this all that I have to get to just the back bumper. That's all Carson needs right now to get to the back bumper of Patrick McPeak. It's a little bit of a bump, a little bit of a run is all that could become, and caution is out on the speedway. Whoa! What just happened there? Hang on, we're gonna back this one up. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, put on your construction hats, because we're gonna beep, beep, beep. I'm just very curious on, I was looking at the back bumper cam here, and what is going on for Ethan Storms as he gasses it up? It seems like right before Patrick is about to come by him there. That could just be bad timing, or could be a little bit of displeasure with one another there. That was definitely a little interesting looking there. Let me know what you guys think down there in YouTube land below. Also, speaking of YouTube land, Cameron, wave to us if you got yourself a copy. I know you're fighting hard right now for that final driver interview spot. That driver, that 25, has had some pace here tonight. That Chevy Camaro. That's Halloween colors, orange and black. Matter of fact, that's Ethan Storms and Patrick McPeak now heading their way into pit road. So Cameron should bring us to the restart. No, he'll be right behind Carson next time by for our race restart. Goodness gracious, that was starting to get good, and now we're going to settle things back here for you here on Stam Studio Network. America's hometown track. You see, our cardboard cutout fans are just so happy that they are flickering in and out of existence here from South Bostonr Speedway. If you're liking what you see, please hit that like button. Let me know what you're liking, what you see there in the comments, as well as, man, I really appreciate you tuning in here tonight. And real quick, we're going to take a look at the points coming into tonight as they have been ticking across that bottom scroll. Fowler, Nelson II, McPeak, Jack Wood not here with us tonight, Johnson, Klingelhofer, and Bryant, who is also no longer with us here, or excuse me, no longer racing tonight. Oh, that sounded bad. No longer, he didn't make it out tonight. That's what I meant to say. We should just have 4 laps to go here from Sobo, America's home track. Here we go, the SART LMSC coming to 4 laps to go this time by Cameron Carden goes around. We're going to see if that brings out a caution, and it does as he spins into the tire barriers. This should be a green-white checkered we come to this time by, and we're going to hop on board, see what happened with Mr. Carden this time. This is on our race restart, and I think he just gets a little bit too much power here, or, oh, matter of fact, taps the apron. Oh, he does get contact right into the, oh, I thought that was going to be a life ender in the very poorly designed pit entry there. We'll take another look at Cameron's incident. What's this contact with? Oh, it's the driver of the 29, Ethan Storms. Sends Cameron right around into what could have been a whole lot worse, into that little dinky-ass tire barrier section you got there. We're going to get things 2 by 2 once again, and hopefully have either a race restart or two. I believe we have 3 chances for green-white checkered here tonight. Patrick McPeak is going to be our race leader. Carson, who has led quite a few laps here tonight, will be P2. Carson and then Ethan Cameron will be our drivers. After that, excuse me there, sorry about that, but you know what I'm not sorry about? Bringing you this awesome, badass coverage here tonight from South Boston. Justin Yaw, unfortunately not able to make it here up in the booth tonight, as I was wanting to give y'all some Southern racing action. But man, Justin, even if you're watching there, I appreciate you joining in, or even if you catch a race replay of what has been just a race that is going to be too tough to beat here tonight from the SART Late Model Stock Car Series. I appreciate once again from the bottom of my heart every single one of you joining in here on Stam Studio Network, as well as what makes things happen behind the scenes. Cameron, talking to you, man. I appreciate that, and allowing me to come out here every single week, giving you coverage. Well, just about every single week. We're going to have a single file restart this time by. Something that caught me a little bit off guard. No! And Cameron wasn't too happy with that contact from Ethan. Sends Ethan around. We're going to get back to our race lead here. Just 4 laps to go. That is, less than 2 miles at this point. McPeak leading. Klingelhofer. Here comes Cameron Carden. He sits just under half a tenth of a second back. Man, Patrick, you better run right now. You better hide. 3 laps to go. The gap is just now 0.3 of a second. Call it 2 car lengths between the 69, the 21. 2 laps. We're coming to complete lap 2. Will just be 1 lap to go. Next time by, is Carson close enough to make a move on Mr. McPeak here, or does Patrick have what it takes after this race restart? White flag. 0.4 laps to go from the speedway here. That is none other than South Boston. Here we go. Driver the number 69 continuing to lead. Carson down for turns 3 and 4. The final time tonight. It's going to look like Patrick does have what it takes. Congratulations, Patrick, winning South Boston Speedway here tonight. Carson will bring it home P3. Cameron Carden, our final driver interview spots, will bring it home B4. Ethan Storms. Excuse me, Cameron P3, Ethan Storms B4. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, I can finally take a breath, as well as everybody here watching here in YouTube land. Patrick, congratulations on your race win here tonight. Burn this puppy down. You have definitely earned this. Are we about to get a Polish victory lap? As that's what's about to happen. I think we are here, riding on with that Grizzly Ford Mustang. Was my pick, was Terry's as well. Polish victory lap. Here we go. Commence for driver number 69. Congrats once again to Patrick, Carson Klingelhofer, Cameron Carden, our top 3. Our final driver interview spots go into Mr. Carden, Ethan Storms P4, Dustin Hardy P5. How many times you see a late model stock car turn? Well, running the opposite way here tonight. Well, this is once again shouting out to I'm not even going to say the wrong thing here. Shouting out to you, Patrick McPeak, winning here from South Boston. Stick with us here on Stam Studio Network. You best believe I will get you these driver interviews here in just a few moments' time. Congratulations, Patrick, once again. Alrighty, looking at these race results. Once again, Patrick McPeak, Carson Klingelhofer, Cameron Carden, Ethan Storms, Dustin Hardy, unfortunately never making it out of the garage here tonight. Drivers, if you are listening, be sure you make your way to some sort of driver interview booth, or I'll just hop in there. The old just chatting chats, that can't go wrong, right? Make your way. I'm coming through here. Just chatting chats. Here I come. And finishers. Oh,
All right, that's where I'm heading.
Patrick McPeak, you got yourself a copy if you're in here in the old Just Chatting channel.
Yeah, man, I'm in here, man. Just trying to get everyone else together here to get this photo. But yeah, what's up?
Okay, well, I'll let you. I'll let you take care of that real quick. And well.
Oh no. They're all lining up. They're all lining up, so that ain't got nothing to worry about right now. But you can go ahead and interview if you want.
Well, that I will, man. Congratulations on your win here tonight. You're going to bring the Grizzly Ford Mustang number 69 down into victory lane. Congratulations, man. It came to that last restart, and you came away with it. Kind of walk us through not even that last restart, but your whole race.
Felt pretty quick all day. Was worried that the car was going to be pretty loose on us at the very beginning with the fresh track, but it actually kept its grip up and kept the car underneath me, and pretty much I let the car do the driving today, and it really worked out in our favor. Just we had a little bit of a rocky road to get this win tonight, but other than that, our Grizzly Steel Structures Mustang actually did a really good job today, and I'm very happy with the team and happy with another Team 9, 1, 2, and 3 tonight.
Oh, it's going to help you out in the points as well with that 1, 2, 3 with your team. Patrick, who makes this all happen with you here tonight?
Waylon Nelson, man. Waylon Nelson is the one that's pretty. Waylon Nelson and Cameron Carden. Them two are both real big parts of the Team 9 community, which is really KW9. But we they really helped out with this team to get it organized where we can be fast every single week, and I just got to thank them for helping us out, and I got to thank Grizzly Steel Structures from Logan Santich from helping us out, Pink Mermaid for helping us out, same thing with Beachside Customs, Nelson Roofing, and Nelson Designs.
Goodness gracious. You have that written down up at the top of your monitor, or is it just memorized at this point? My goodness.
It's memorized. I sit there and look at a mirror rehearsing.
Man, I got to take some notes here tonight. Patrick, congratulations once again on your race win.
Yeah, thank you, man. You have a good one. Thank you for putting this on as well.
Oh, woohoo, man. I appreciate you, and that goes a lot further than you might think. Congrats once again, Patrick.
Thank you, man.
All righty, Carson, man. I was chatting with you here before the race. You got yourself a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All righty, you're going to bring that number 21 home here, P2, after leading quite a few laps here tonight. Man, walk us through your race as well as that last race restart.
Oh, my main original goal was just to save tires, and I was driving the car hard pretty much the entire race for the first half behind Patrick, and I was like, oh, well, I don't even need to save tires. The car's perfectly fine. And then that second half of the race, I took off. Still taking off, I'm like, oh, wait, I forgot tire saving exists. That was a myth for a minute. But it was just a good race. I love racing with my teammates. They're all great. We all race each other clean, or we try to most of the time, and we just all try and race each other with as much as respect as possible. And I love every single one of them to death.
Well,
that second half, that second half restart, I had nothing for Patrick. He was gone. That man is a different animal when it comes to these cars, and I need to learn a little bit more about these things before I go out there and drive them hard.
Oh, sure, you say that, but I mean, don't you? I think you were one of the drivers that provided me with one of those real life pictures there. I think that was a real life LMSC I saw there.
Yeah, it was a asphalt modified that we run. We got we got two modifieds, a street stock, and a late model sitting at home. But I only drive the modified. My dad takes over for the rest of them.
Oh, I got you, Carson. Well, man, that was a nice run here tonight. Is there anybody who you'd like to shout out who makes this all happen for you?
Yeah, Cameron Carden, Waylon Nelson, just all my great teammates. It's always a blast being around them, and I appreciate every single one of them. If it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be able to happen.
Oh, goodness. Congrats on that 1-2-3 finish tonight there for those teammates.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for putting this on.
Woohoo! Carson, I appreciate that, buddy. Man, have a great rest of your night. We're going to cut down to co-owner here in SART. Cameron, you got yourself a copy.
Yes, sir, I got you.
Man, walk us through it. There was a little bit of bumping, a little bit of running, but everything was all clean. Had the sportsmanship, had the racecraft showing out tonight from South Boston. Walk us through not only that last restart, but also kind of your whole race, if you can break it down.
Yeah, the whole race we was battling with 29, and we just roughing it up a little bit, words exchanged. But the last restart, I knew that we could get a jump, and had a perfect time until he tried to get underneath us again. And then, but we had a good car for the most part, and I'm happy we be able to come home P3 for the night for my first race in SART.
Yeah, goodness, man. I was waiting for you, and I finally saw you there, registered in practice. You made qualifying and made the show here tonight. It was so much fun to watch you out here on track. Cameron, is there anybody who you would like to shout out or makes this all happen for you?
Yeah, obviously I got to shout out all the series partners that helped put this together. Obviously, Case Athletics, you got TCT Towing and Recovery, Simrep Market, LM Racing, Nelson Roofing, Rimbles Graphics, Whiplash SimCams, Nelson Designs, and a whole bunch of other ones that on the car, especially KC Designs, and just everyone else. I also want to make sure I say that thank you to my Lord and Savior for at least being able to get some time to race tonight. Have at least a good week of racing for me that I was able to get on.
Well, thank you, Cameron. Congrats again on that final podium finish, the final driver interview spot here tonight. Real quick, with as much real-life racing as I'm seeing that's going on here, hit me up for some Stam Studio Network vinyl stickers. That would be pretty cool to see my stickers on some late model stock cars. I got them here, so if any of you want them, be sure to get with me. And man, no charge. It's me just paying you to get my name out there. But Cameron, I appreciate it once again, as that offer is open to every racer as well as anybody listening here on Stam Studio Network on both the live broadcast or the race replay. I'm gonna catch my my flight home. Well, actually, out to Watkins Glen. I'm bringing you a broadcast in just a couple hours' time here on Stam Studio Network. GT3s versus GT4s at Watkins Glen. That's just gonna about do it though for me here. I appreciate everybody joining in. Sean Stam gonna sign off, and everybody have a great rest of your night.